Hello Goblins, and thank you for joining me for our second contest. This is going to be our fall contest, and I'm going to be going over the rules with you. This is going to be a rather lengthy video, and if you don't want to watch the video, you can simply read the rules. They will be posted by Crafty Goblin, and they will be posted in as many places as we can put them so that everybody gets a chance to read them. Without any further ado, I will get into my version of reading these rules. I'm basically going to touch on topics and try to explain what the wordy words mean in my head, how I feel like, what we're going for, basically, past just the black and white words. All right, we have three judges. We have the Lazy Goblin, the Crafty Goblin, and the Grandmaster Goblin. You can get a hold of, our names are up here at the top. You can get a hold of either one of us with questions pertaining to the contest. Our fall painting contest, entries will be accepted from October 23rd to October 27th. Don't send it before the 23rd or after the 27th, or it will not qualify. We will have a live stream announcement of the winners from on October 31st, which will be Halloween. All right, we've worked really hard to come up with the contest. It's fun and has an amazing opportunity for you guys to show off your art. So, without further ado, the theme. We have either, you pick one or the other, and you will be competing in the same contest, only divided by difficulty. A, you can choose Halloween horror. This is anything undead, werewolves, vampires, zombies, anything that's creepy crawly. You might choose to do an obelix or a ghastly, something scary. We're looking for grotesque, the darker side of the spectrum. We want you to gross us out, creep us out, make us cringe, scare our pants off. You don't get that much, knock yourself out. For those of you dark minds, this is perfect for you. Do it up. The other half of the coin, you may you may, in juxtapose, choose option B, the Elven Equinox. This is going to take a hair more explanation, but basically, these are going to be fall or autumn elves. These are going, instead of using greens for your typical wood elf, we're going to be using yellows, oranges, reds. Use the fall color palette to influence your color choice on your garb and everything around your mini. So we want to restrict it to the race of elves, and we definitely want to capture the fall colors. If you don't have the fall colors, then it's not going to be within the parameters of the theme. If you have any questions about either one of these, and to make sure that you're going to qualify, reach out to one of the three mentioned judges and ask us. Give us a little bit of time to respond because we may confer with the other judges, but we will get back to you and let you know. Both options have the same goal. This is the criteria, so pay special attention because this is what you will be judged off of. Both options have the same goal. Tell us a story, bring us there, capture the moment frozen in time. You may choose, hold on one second, let me stop there. Capture the moment in time. The criteria for this particular contest is going to be for you to try to cue the strongest emotional response in the theme that you choose. If you choose the darker theme, we want the emotional response of, hey man, I'd hate to see that in a dark alley. It would really ruin my week. Versus in the lighter side, I want to look at a fall elf and I want to taste pumpkin spice latte, if that makes sense. Really bring together, try to capture the emotion of fall and make me feel that when I look at your miniature. All right, and then we're going to cover another very important aspect of the contest. This may cause a little bit of disgruntlement, but I apologize. Every contest is different, and we choose to do ours like this, and we do it hoping that it can be utilized as a fun thing and not a negative thing. You may choose to add a base or do a diorama. It is not required. It may be used as a tool to help relay the story or emotion you are trying to portray, but overall it is a painting contest. What this basically means is, if you want to use a diorama or a base to tell your story better, and you want to put the extra effort into doing so, you can use that as a weapon or tool to help you win your fight. You might be a monk. You might only want to paint and not like doing bases or dioramas, and you may just want to do a paint job, and you feel like you can capture that emotion using that. If that's your choice, you are free to do that. It will not be held against you. we are looking for the strongest cute emotional response. When we look at these minis, we feel like, for the most part, one of them in each category, which did not happen last time, but one of them in each category should pop out a little more. You guys all did really fantastic. It was actually Job's last contest. It was actually very tough to decide. So I guess everything I said is null and void. But we do want that to be the criteria of which we judge off of. Emotional response cue. All right, if you have any questions about the mini you chose or if it qualifies, please contact TLG or the other judges. As mentioned, you will be able to enter your work in one of 3 levels. I'm going to elaborate on those levels just a hair. You have beginner. You just started the hobby. You watched a couple tutorials, and you have a basic understanding of painting a miniature. You're doing base coats. You understand that skin is supposed to be skin color and that leather should be brown, but sometimes it can be other colors. You get it. But you don't have the advanced techniques down. You've not really jumped into those yet, and you haven't painted the. You don't feel like you're quite there. That's probably the category that you belong in. We also have intermediate, kind of flexible, but painted 2 to 3 years is a good handle, and you have a good handle on the fundamentals. You are starting to use advanced techniques and probably finish close to 50 miniatures. Everyone's different though. The amount that they paint, how long they've been painted, it's all variable, so bear with us that these are, kind of how they are. But just take them into account and put yourself in one of these 3 groups. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. Advanced, an old pro, seasoned veteran, and you have background knowledge that others have never even tried. You've lost count of how many miniatures you've painted. You know if you're in this category. It's usually pretty dead set. If you don't belong in any of the categories, here, please note, if you apply for a difficulty group that you don't belong in our opinion, your minis may get bumped up or down at the judge's discretion. You will be notified if this happens along with our reasoning, but understand that the reasoning is for the good of the competition of the contest. Please don't take offense. Submission requirements. Each participant will be allowed to submit 1 entry per person. You must be a participating member of either TLG D&D Painting Group on Facebook, the TLG Patreon, the TLG Discord, or the TLG Twitch. Some of our viewers really support us in one of those other ones, and we want to give them a fair swing at the contest as well, because maybe they don't use Facebook, maybe they don't use Discord, maybe they are morally against it. But if they are a supporting member of TLG in one of our platforms, you have an opportunity to enter this contest. You must take a photo of your mini primed prior to painting. Feel free to read all the wordy words of this, but let me break this down for you really quick. You're going to take 1 photo of your mini where you have done nothing but primed said miniature. You take your miniature and you put it in a photo with a piece of paper. And on this piece of paper, you're going to put wordy words. And those wordy words are going to be your name, your email address, and the difficulty that you are entering into the contest. This picture or photo will not be showed to anyone else and will be kept discreet. This is for us to get back a hold of you to put a winner out there, or to notify you as a winner if you win. So, primed mini and a photo, picture, paper, wordy words. Very important. This is going to be one of 4 photos you submit. You're also going to take 3 glamour shots, which I will get into very shortly. No filters may be used. We want to see the colors as they would look in real life. But if you have one, you may use a light box. You may also use a watermark or a logo that you digitally put into your glamour shots for your mini that you're entering. But no filters, no RGB lighting. Please don't hide any part of the mini if you choose to use a watermark or a logo. Keep it off to the side and keep it tasteful. The rest of your entry photos, the other 3 glamour shots, will have to show need to show as much detail as possible to help us judge your mini properly. We want to see the front and back and sides if possible. Please send admissions to Acryl, ACRYL, at thelazygoblin.com within the time frame, with the subject line reading TLG Fall Contest or TLG Contest. Either one I'll accept, but do that for me so I can find it easy. All entries sent to this email will be considered. Please do not send your entry before the posted dates. Please do not forget to include the original prime photo with your entry submission, or your entry will be invalid. If you do this, we'll try to reach out to you and request that. We're not doing this to be mean. We're doing this to be fair. Prize in each tier, each winner of one of the 3 difficulties will receive, total of 3 winners, will receive a small stash of Reaper paints, along with a few blister packs of Reaper minis. We are in no way affiliated or sponsored by Reaper branded minis or paints. Our very own Grandmaster Goblin, Nathan Noah, has really generously donated all the prizes for this contest and the last. And I think he has more prizes to do in the future, but as soon as he stops donating prizes, we'll take over and start doing miniature prizes. But for the time being, Nathan has generously donated this gift, so maybe take a second out of your day to say, hey, thanks for making this possible for us and getting this contest thing on a roll and started sooner than later. This is very important, guys. Listen to this. Upon entering this contest, we reserve the right to post, share, and utilize images of contest art in ways we see fit. We will not utilize anything showing your personal information. However, note that your art may be referred to as client-painted submissions rather than referencing each artist individually, because sometimes when I put it on social media, it's on the fly, and I'm like, here's a photo carousel of some of our applicants, and it may not have your name on it. But we do want to still show off your art. Let's see. You may, however, place your logo. Again, you may place your logo or your watermark in your glamour shots to permanently give yourself a shout out for your art. I won't crop it out. I'm just not going to take the time to individually put everyone's name. We have a lot going on. Just don't block the view of your mini. If you put a logo or a watermark, put it off to the side. Keep it tasteful. Thank you for staying with me. If you've listened this far, this is basically the rules. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to get a hold of one of the 3 judges and ask us. Give us time to get back a hold of you. We may confer about your question if it's not just black and white. Good luck to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for participating in our contest, and Goblins Unite.